I'm going to plug this in right now. I got a polarity plug on this thing. There's my polarity right there. That's a yellow jacket inside there. So she comes on at 14.2. C4, the famous tube from the 1970s and 60s. One of the famous ones besides the 60H7 and 60J7. So let's move this away. I had trouble with this thing. I didn't know where this tube come out of a guitar amplifier. My Gibson, what's it called? So we're getting 14.2. I guess is where I want to be. In the center of this dial. I've understood that you don't want to be at the edge of any particular meter. So we're on 20 meters, 14.2. Where the heck is it? There's my audio amplifier coming in. 14.2. Where am I tuned to? I'm tuned way down here. Oh, that's 14.2. Okay. This tube here is really bad. It's so hot right now I can't even touch it. Let me pull it out of here. Get our non-burnable poison paper here. Shoot. I can't pull it out of here. It's red plating by now. Damn it. My glove on backwards. Okay, boy, that baby's smoking hot. I ordered these tubes for this one and a couple others. I do have one here that I did find. So when I bought these, this one and this one come together. I think they refunded me on the one. 64 is working. But I have this set to, I drew this out again. Let me get my drawing. Here's, I'm working on Toys in the Attic here. So I think this is kind of, it works with these chords, DDA, DDA, but I think this phrase right there is actually a little different. Let me find my work here. Wrong one. So I drew this out again because I can't find my original schematic. So I have about a negative 55 volts right here. I didn't draw the power supply yet, but I'm going to increase this negative voltage, I think, to about negative 60 or something and see what happens, because that tube is, that's 6FM7's getting really hot this side still, but that is a bad one and it does red plate. I'll put the good one in, but I bought these tubes. I'll get these tubes I bought. There's the schematic anyways. This was without a tube, and this one here is with a tube. The B plus I was getting 386 volts, and I look, this section here, or are supposed to be able to handle up to 500 volts. I think this section more than this section, I believe. So I got negative 55 volts, like I say, right here. But I'm going to draw out the power supply bit after. I just needed this right now because it's red plating so much. So right now, this is 14.2. 20 meters, follow it up, 14.2. Now I have my glasses on, so, and I have the BFO off. So if you pull this tube, you get that. Now I'll get the other tube, because when I first started monkeying with this yesterday, I could not get nothing out of it. This one I tested. This one, really bad. Really bad. So I was going through these tubes, and here's one that I'd be interested in, which is the it's kind of written funny here, 6FM. See the 6 FM. Maybe the 7 is missing, but this was one of the tubes I was interested in. It looks brand new, but it's all corroded. Really bad corrosion. Let me see this without my... Yeah, I don't even want to stick it in my tube socket and spread the disease, the virus, or whatever it is. So this was a tube I was interested in, and the other one I'd be interested in would be the 6GF7, but this may be alright. 6GF7, let me see. I mean, these have corrosion too. Okay, you can see corrosion over here. So this guy didn't even look at stuff. He had used/new. Well, this is only one of the only new ones I can find is this one. Obviously, and you can't even use it. It's so corroded. So I'm going to try to get my money back on this and make him pay to send it back. I'm sick of people selling crap that they don't have no clue about. And this one I was interested in for this one transmitter that I seen on when I Googled 6T10 ham radio transmitter. This is also got corrosion, and it's been used. It's blackened around here, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, it's blackened. So it has been around the block. And two of the tubes, I crunched 2 boxes here because 2 boxes were empty. Here's another, no, this 8CG7, 8FQ7. Now that could be used for a TV set. Let's look at this one. And most of these boxes just fall apart, which, that's okay. It's hard to do this single-handed. Let's see what this looks like. That actually looks new. That doesn't matter on it, but okay, again, we got corrosion, so here's another new tube that's garbage. Absolute garbage. You can see that corrosion. Look at this pin right here. Bad corrosion. You don't always look at the top pins. You might want to look at the ones that are deeper down. So here's another one. I wouldn't even stick that into one of my TVs. Now, I don't know if you could take these and have them sandblasted, a soft bead or something. I have no shop or nothing, so I can't do nothing like that. So this guy sold me a bunch of crap. I remember that one. I'm not 6CB6. I got these things, so these things are always, corrosion. Look at there. I don't even need to take it out. It's corroded. So every one of these frickin' tubes are gonna look at there. It even got corrosion eggs in it. It laid eggs. This guy didn't look at nothing. This guy, I mean, I had 2 boxes that were empty, so I crushed them. I don't know where the boxes are. I just took them and crushed it because I thought, what a jack this guy is. What a... I mean, he's going to sell the stuff. It wasn't an extremely high price. Here's a vertical oscillator output. Here's a 5Y3. Let's look at this vertical oscillator and output, 23Z9. Again, you know, I could use this in one of my TVs. I already see eggs that have been laid. I don't know if they hatched, but they've been laid. Let's say they've been laid. Let's look at the tube. Brand new tube. Okay, the guy's right on that. There are some new ones. You damn right there are, but look at that. Useless. This guy is stupid. He's lazy. Or I shouldn't call him stupid. He's lazy. I'm not going to let him rip me off. He's got to take these back. Even though there's new ones. He didn't say new and corroded. Here's one I took out. There's the beefy... this is a vertical oscillator output. 6BL7. These... And a problem with these tubes, I bought some 6V6s substitute from I don't know if it was a U.S. seller, but they came from they were made in can't think of it. Oh my God, my brain. Over in Russia. And they were real nice looking tubes, 6V6 tubes, but a lot of them tested shorted. And I did something. I didn't write a note to what I did. I did something. I'm not sure if I took dish soap and soaked them and I got something down in the base here and let them soak, and then they dried out. I didn't even test them for about a year. When I retested them, they test good. But I wish I would have wrote a note what I did, what I put down the base. I don't remember. It's probably dish soap mixture. I'm not really sure. So the 6SM7, the only ones I'm interested in, a 6LU8. That sounds like a color TV one. So that one, what kind of shape will that? But I got to get my money back on this. This guy can't be selling tubes. He should be selling cars. If I break it, doesn't even want to come out of there. It's a tight one. Let me get it out of there. That's a big tube. That's a horizontal output and damper. 6LU8. Looks like a nice tube. Beautiful tube until you look at this stuff. You look at this part of it and it's shit. Nope, the tube is garbage. The tube, you can't use these because I don't think you can. Other people say it eats through and poisons, or it leaks air eventually, so poisons the tube anyway. So all these tubes are no good. This one I could probably use it for a bobber. I'm going to try some fishing this summer. Maybe I can use that for a bobber. Should I look at this one? This is the one I was said that has toaster filaments. Well, let's look at it. Wow, it's got eggs in it. I see eggs right there. It probably works. Toaster filaments. Probably works. Clean it up and put it in my thing. That's probably the only one worth keeping. If it has nothing in the socket. It has evidence of corrosion, so this white stuff is corrosion evidence of it, so it's probably in the shell. So if like that was a pentode or something, it'd be no good. Maybe a rectifier would be good. Okay, vertical, no, this is 17JZ8. This is vertical oscillator and output. Let's look. Brand new with tons of corrosion already added to it. Brand new. Beautiful tube. Made in America. Nice tube. Can use it. Vertical oscillator and output. Nope, it's shit. Absolutely shit. This guy should not be selling tubes. He should be selling microwaves. I swear. He didn't look at any of them, especially when I crushed 2 boxes because they were empty. I don't know how many empty ones there are in here, but that's a sign that he didn't check nothing. All this corrosion is a sign he didn't check nothing. 23Z9, I think I looked at one of those. What else is in here that could be used, but you can't? This is for a colored TV with a power transformer. Could be a black and white, but I don't think they put power transformers in black and white ones. It's vertical oscillator and output. So here's another brand new tube. So he's correct on that. There are some new ones. 6JZ8. I'm more familiar with the 6GF7 and 6FM7 like I'm using. Again, useless tube. I would recommend sending this back to the guy. He can take it to a place, have them all sandblasted, and then resell them, noting that they were all sandblasted. I can't use any of these tubes. No, I got the disease. Oh, I probably got Lyme disease now. Am I back on? I thought I stopped it and saved it accidentally. Oh, I guess I'm still on here. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Well, I didn't pay a lot of money for those tubes, but still, it's kind of disgusting when I was gonna kind of like depend on them. So let's turn this. My hands are wet. I had to wash that crap off of me. It was all full of that's poison. Okay, this is a 6C4. Goes in this way. $14.2. Let's make sure this BFO is off. I think about there. Okay, let's pop this good one in. This one I know tests good. It don't get nearly as hot as that one does. Hasn't broken yet. So I wrap this one up and everything. This is for this one on 10-9. So that's probably pin 10 and pin 9, which would probably be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is probably going to be the what? The I don't know if that means it's heater to cathode or to grid 1. So we'll see. Right here is the control grid of the power section. That's 9. Here's 10. The filaments are 1 and 12. The looks like all the way over to the other small side of the tube. Ah, that is impossible. Unless there's corrosion on the bottom of this thing. A trail that voltage can travel through and affect a control grid voltage, maybe. I had that one time with a guitar amplifier. Okay, this has to be plugged in left-handed. So here we are, 14.2. We'll plug in the modulator section. It needs one more stage of amplification. That's why I was working on this 60U7 that isn't going anywhere. This has a yellow jacket inside of it. Modulating from the plate, the blue wire there. I think I need a resistor. That gets really hot. That's only like, I think 10 ohms. It gets really hot. Well, maybe that should have a shield. Still 14.2. Well, I used the wrong kind of socket, obviously. So let's do a test here. I can hang on to it. I'm still wet from washing my hands. I didn't dry them. I can hang on to this. Not really, but I can do this. It's getting hotter. This one here got hot within 30 seconds. So back here was our B+. We got this green resistor is really nothing. It's very low ohms. I just used it for a standoff. For doing what? Working with diodes, I think. Let me get this blue flashlight. Call it blue. It gives out a blue LED light, which I don't like. So I just use that to stack my rectifiers, which is the high voltage. Very handy in case you pick this up. Very handy. This is the AC, one part of it. The neutral. The neutral going to my, here's my neutral. Going around. That 470K is just a bleeder resistor, which should have been less of a value, but it was a nice resistor I had handy, no use for it, so I thought I'd throw it in there. These things I remember when I was a kid. So everything here is plate capacitors, I think, except for this one going to the top is the top side of the volume, center side of the volume, I think. Then I also got to have a break in between the control grid here and my negative power supply. So we got that. We got the break here because of my negative power supply. So we had to have a capacitor to separate this so it doesn't go through this potentiometer. Okay, to get your negative 55 volts, 55.5. So if it was that, then there'd be more playing around and stress on the potentiometer. So putting a 0.01 there is a easy way to separate it. And then I also have it separated here because, well, you got to have that on the plate, obviously. The input is the input. Nothing fancy. There's the 470K. Just in between whatever that is. I don't even know what that is right now. It's this stuff. 4.7K. Like I say, this 7.87 ohms is just there for, just to use it to put these diodes in series. 4 of them, I guess, in series. What do I have going on there? Where's this? There's got to be a center tap to this thing someplace. I don't know where it is, but so on the output of this, I got to get these mounted soon before they break. Have a switch, so you have like a 8 ohm, 4 to 8 ohm load across the secondary windings there, or switch it to a speaker. I think I might go a little more negative on this voltage, but these tubes are hot running, so I don't have a clue what it runs at, but it's pretty smoking hot now. Still at 14.2. So I'm gonna see if I can get a crystal at around 14.2. Somewhere in the middle of the dial here. Not for that, that's 2 meters. For my 20, 40, 60, no, 20, 40, 10, 20, 40, 80 meters. They skipped 60. I think 60 you got to be on the second licensing to use 60 meters, I think. This speaker here is crap. It's a mid-range speaker, but it buzzes out really, really quick. You can see it's been sunburned, turning a kind of brownish color. Well, maybe it's my cell phone creating this buzz. But this is about it. So back to this. I used to call this my FM radio, because it is, FM is going to be on here. This is the 6EJ7 or 6EH7, but I have this crackling in here and I couldn't get rid of it, so I don't know if it's a tube socket or what. But I'm going to use that one of those signal tracers and put voltage on all these components. I think I already did that and didn't find anything wrong with it. I know this is soldered very well. You know, I soldered everything very well. There's still an issue with it. I could drop this down to 100K if I wanted, but I ain't gonna. Maybe that should be a 1 meg, but 1 meg, 2 meg tells the difference. 2.2K. That's just choosing resistors with long leads that I could use. So I need a 6EJ7 or a 6EJ-H7 for this. I broke the ones I had. I broke them and I moved. Somehow they got broken. Imagine that. I don't know what that's for. I don't know what that says. Apparently it's no good. It's got red. So I guess this is it on this. I don't think I can hook that up. Just straight. I don't think I can. I think there's an issue, probably. But it still needs one more stage of application. You might think this is full blast, so if you were to put a microphone on it, you're not gonna 600 ohm, especially a 600 ohm one, you ain't gonna hear diddly. It's stable. It's not like it's changing frequency when I touch the input. But if I unplug this, I'll have to retune. Most likely. We'll see. Yeah, got to retune. So it did change the... I'd like to know the capacitance of this. I'll get my capacitor checker. This is 470 picofarads. That's just from the filament to ground. This is from filaments to ground. But I don't know what kind of RFC choke to put on here. On this wire. Should have RFC choke, I think. I don't know. I wish I could turn that with my fingers, but I can't. I can't even put that in there. So this is it. Signing off. This transformer runs real nice and cool. A little warmth there, but it's coming from that. I checked to see if this had any leakage or anything. We'll get the other tube. The other tube that I didn't think worked. It's in my guitar amplifier. My Gibson, what's it called? Skylark GA5. Okay, I'll pause this for a second while I grab the tube. No, I won't. I'll just get it out of the damn amplifier. I got this thing running too. I don't need it. I just got it offset here. I didn't know this thing just continues snap going around. Oops. Oops. Yeah. So much for this now. Have an antenna on it. Take it off. So the 64 is in here. I'll grab it. This tests below questionable. Yep. This is a left-handed tube. I'm not going to count on it. It does work. It's a phase splitter in Gibson GA5 amplifier. It does work, but apparently it's not lifting its weight here. So I bought some more of these new old stock ones, those giant ones. I think like $20 a piece. The filament lights up on this. Like I say, it works in a guitar amplifier, but you can tell it's not as loud. Putting out RMS 2 volts. I think we're on oh shoot, we're on 2 volts per division. That's really putting it out, the voltage. Could be illegal. It shouldn't leave your backyard. Any farther than the chickens roam. I wouldn't mind having a plexiglass thing built for this, but it probably cost way more than it's worth. I'll just put I can do my own plexiglass thing here and have it come up high enough for a fence around it anyways, so you don't accidentally touch the B+. Then I'll have to route the audio output someplace. I don't know. That stuff will have to be in this area. So this is not going to cut it. Like I say, it works in the guitar amplifier, but you can tell this has a lot more oomph. It's not going to work. I'm used to getting shocks, so I'm not too concerned about that. Like these two are on the filaments to ground. That looks like there's bluing on it. It's not corrosion. That's it. Orange Beginner's Corner on the side. Okay, today's April 29th. Yesterday when I made the video I said it was April 30th. But I was wrong again. So I'll say the year is 1865. I don't know why that moves. That must be a change of a DC voltage here. Maybe this capacitor's leaking. But I don't care if it's leaking. It's the time period of the 6C4 tube. It doesn't matter if it's a little leaky. This one here I tested. So we got a high quality 100 picofarads there. We got 100 picofarads here, I guess. Probably transistor voltage ratings. So 16 volts, or I have a whole bunch of like 10 and 12 volt capacitors that I collected when I was a kid, and I test them, and them always seem to test bad on my ohm meter. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, this is it. All done.